Talk about this sort of first few practices getting out here and what's it feel like just getting back with the guys in spring.
It's good to see you out here. You came out here, and in style too. You got the glasses, so the sun must be out.
Yep.
We talked about it last week when you missed last week with us. The fact of health and weather, those are the two big things, getting out healthy of spring, but also having some decent weather, because trying not to move the practices around is big. So kind of, especially with the artificial surface, it's a lot easier to get a lot of work done as opposed to way back when it was grass where you didn't want to chew it up. First 3 days were fine. First two were really good. Third one at pads on Saturday was a little sluggish. And that's to be expected a little bit with pads. It's a Saturday. It's 10 a.m., college kids. Now we're in full, so I'm sure it'll be lively out of the gate. But if we can sustain that liveliness from start to finish, we're in a better spot. We're 25% done after this practice. I mean, we're over 25% done. So it's we know it's going to go fast. It's going fast already. But first day in full pads, we'll evaluate after the practice.
And when you look at least the start of this first quarter down of it and look back to how last season looked, what do you see kind of similarities, differences, and what last year brought you?
Yeah, this day and age in college sports, there's more differences than similarities as far as the faces. We kept around a lot of our guys. The core is here. We're trying to carry over that kind of the Joy Boys theme from last fall, or post Bozeman, just let it rip. Just do our thing and let the chips fall where they may. Try to carry that into the weight room, into the classroom, in the family room, in the meeting room, definitely out here in the rectangle. So we've done a good job. The weather has a lot to do with that. Success has a lot to do with that. But we can control our effort. We can control our feelings to a certain extent. And so we just want to express that and look at each other like good, bad, or indifferent. Like it's joyful. We get to play a game that we grew up loving. So let's appreciate the opportunity.
Coach, we talked to Jake about the quarterback room and how him and Nate have kind of been helping each other out. Talk to us maybe about the quarterback battle, but also about how they've been able to help each other out.
Well, it's just healthy competition. Any position that you can actually truly help somebody out, knowing that it helps the team, that's healthy competition. I think that you get a little nervous when all of a sudden you're helping nobody out, especially someone in your room. That's unhealthy competition. And they've been doing it before we got to this point. So that quarterback room has been very special for the last 3 or 4 years. Those guys truly helping each other out, being each other's kind of eyes in the blind spot a little bit, because if individually we're better, then collectively we're better. And I think it's a healthy competition. And by the end of spring, we'll settle on who QB1 is, and it doesn't mean that we won't end up in QB2 situation. But I think it's important to know who your signal caller is going into summer when they're doing their player run practices, and not waiting until August to make that decision.
Talk a little bit about the veteran leadership on that front seven on the defense. I mean, we talked to Myles. I know Isaiah Perez is back. Is that kind of the strength of this defense?
Well, I think it has to be. Like any defense, no matter if you're experienced or not, it all starts up front. Just like offensively, you got to start with hand-down guys. And I told Coach Smith when he came in, you got probably the easiest job coming in to this season, because you got 5 seniors, but then you got the hardest job after this fall. So don't put your feet up too long, because your feet are going to come down real quick. And so he's excited about the opportunity learning from those seniors. We've got some guys that have logged a lot of experience, that have done a lot of really good things. And just because we're more experienced doesn't mean we're better. It just means we have more reps and more booked reps. And so we're only as strong as those guys up front. And everybody else's job on defense gets better and easier and more efficient when those guys are more efficient and better up front.
How have you seen a lot of your quarterbacks kind of step up into leadership roles this spring?
Well, we don't have the loudest bunch, and so I've often been asked, or we've been talked about, like, lead by example, or maybe someone only leads by voice or verbally. The best do it in both capacities. It can't be just all actions. It can't be just all words. It's got to be a combination of both. I think with more experience, with more banked game experience, I think that will facilitate some of that with that quarterback position, because a lot of people think you have to do it before you can lead it. And I don't know if I necessarily can get them all the way on board with that, because what's right is what's right, and what's better for the team is better for the team. It doesn't mean you have to be an all-league player to be able to open your mouth and correct somebody or get someone up to the standard. And so I think those two are great. I think the biggest thing is trying to get Caden Rolfstis up to speed in terms of, him coming out of his shell, having played a game. All 3 of those quarterbacks have started games, which I don't know if anybody can say that in the country. Lucky or unlucky, we're able to say that. So they all have game experience. They all have shared experiences. But we're only as good as those guys up front. But also we're only as good as that leadership is in that QB room.
How have you seen Jake specifically step up, and is it difficult going from, maybe having to take over that leadership role for one game versus then, how do I translate that to an entire season?
I think he's been fostering that before he even got into that game in Missoula. I really do. I mean, the best prepared to play regardless of the depth chart. I really believe that. If you're only going to prepare to play when all of a sudden you're going to hear your name called, I don't know that you did enough up to that point to get ready when that point comes. And so, especially at that position, traveling 3 and sometimes 4, and learning from some really good ones in front of him, the opportunity's there. And I think I think he will learn. I mean, it's only a small sample size. That's what people realize. He didn't play the whole season. He played, I think, all 8 quarters in the entire season. Now, within that 4 quarters against the University of Montana, he played pretty well, took a ton of hits, stood in there and showed his guts. But it was still a small sample size. So I don't want to get the cart in front of the horse too soon, because it was only one game and then snippets of other games. But we're excited for the next 12 practices to unfold to see how those guys compete. They'll continue to compete no matter who comes out as the one. They'll continue to compete because that's just who they are. That's how they're wired.
Not to put you on the spot, Coach, who do you got winning the Masters?
Ooh.
Or if you got a favorite, or
I was just watching live for the Masters last night. Spring's a great time because you can actually get home and actually have dinner at the dinner table. But I'm girlless because my wife and 2 girls are out of town for spring break, and I was sunless last night because he was doing something else. He was golfing it out somewhere. So it was me and the 3 dogs, and so I was looking at watching someone live from the Masters. God,
you got Bryson. I know you could probably play linebacker here if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you could too. Not saying you'd be good at it, but we'd give you the opportunity. I'm gonna go Jason Day. I'm gonna go with sleeper. I'm gonna go Jason Day.
All right, perfect. Sweet. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. How's your golf game going?
I was a 16 last summer. I've snuck 3 rounds in thus far. Not a ton. If I get to double digits in a summer, by the end of summer, that means I spent a ton of time away from my wife, and probably a ton of time out of the office, which I should be in there, because everybody says the better your golf game, the less you work. So I try to get 10, 12 in if I can, but it's solid. Nothing to write home about, but it's solid. It's solid. I'm not going to embarrass anybody.
There you go. That's all you need. That's awesome. Thanks,
Sounds
Coach.
good.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So just getting this sort of spring practice going, these first 2 weeks in. I mean, what's sort of the energy felt like with the team?
I mean, it's felt awesome. We all kind of go through a whole winter phase of kind of the dark, Cheney months, but it's finally here that we're to collide pads. First day of full live, so I'm really excited about it. It's it's a new season, new group, new guys. Still kind of learning some guys' names that just transferred in, but I already feel the continuity with us, so it's been great.
What kind of stuff did y'all do to bond over this winter time leading up to it?
Yeah, I know. We did a lot of things. We went to hockey games. We just, hung out together, with the NFL playoffs, college football playoffs, got together with guys, just helping out in the community. I feel super close to this group that, wasn't there before, even in winter, the ones that came in recently. So, it's just been great continuity with each other.
Jake, talk a little bit about, the group of quarterbacks that you guys have, and just how you guys come together and how you guys push each other to get a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like the 2 guys in the room right now, Nate and Caden, those are 2 of my best friends on the team. We're all competing with each other. We're pushing each other every single day to be better. But at the end of the day, we're still close friends, and we hang out with each other. Me and Caden coached football with each other this past off season. So, and Nate, I've known him for a long time, and we just, it's always good times. We're all men of faith. So we all go to church together. We all do things outside of football together. So doing to get things together, it makes it easier to compete with each other.
Just talk a little bit about, having a guy like Nate in the quarterback room, I mean, does he give you a little bit of experience? I mean, how do you guys work off each other? Because I think you guys are both kind of have different skill sets for sure, right?
Yeah, no, me and Nate have been, we've been competing since I stepped foot in here, and pushing each other. We had different skill sets, so we help each other. I know last year when he was playing, he helped me I helped him when he came off the field, and he other way around too. So, seeing defenses, helping each other with the reads, it makes it easy when you're good friends.
You kind of got a taste, obviously, of being able to lead this offense and stuff like that last season. What are you doing to kind of step even more maybe into that kind of leadership?
Yeah, I think being an on-field leader, vocal leader. I think Coach Best kind of told me, telling guys when we need to do better, tell them when we're doing well, obviously, on the verse, vice versa. But just being more vocal, I think, is my thing. And I feel like knowing my stuff, not making mistakes that maybe I would have made my freshman year, and just being more of a role model through what I do and not what I say I do too, is really helpful as well.
How do you feel like, or I guess where do you feel like you improved the most from last season to kind of already moved up?
Yeah, I would say people ask me this all the time, like, when did you really get the playbook? And honestly, I probably got the playbook the week of my first start. Honestly, like fully, like I kind of understood it. That's when I kind of got it. So I think the playbook overall, I think if you look at my mental grades from last spring to this spring, they've been a lot better, but that's also due to our offensive coordinator and the quarterbacks around me and the players around me. Like, I feel like I've just kind of gotten it now. And so that it's exciting because you feel like the potential for our offense, because there's a lot of guys that are in the same boat as me that are kind of going in their third year. So excited about it. Same playbook, even though it was a new offensive coordinator last year, I feel like it's still the same system that we've always ran, so I'm excited about it.
What's I just kind of wondering, I mean, I know it's a brand new playbook or different schemes, I guess, maybe a little bit, but what are the things that you like about it? Is there some little wrinkles or something that you didn't have?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think Coach Anderson does a great job adjusting to his personnel. I think, when Nate was a quarterback, we did a lot of QB run. When I was a quarterback, we did a lot more drop back with quick game and tagged with longer game stuff. So I think just overall adjusting to what we have. I think this year, obviously it's a QB competition, so we're kind of doing a bunch of different things, but it's exciting because I know kind of what it is going in. I know the language, I know the signals, I know all that stuff, and I know the other quarterbacks do as well. So I think just we have full faith in Coach Anderson and Coach Best to put a good product out in the field for us, and we just got to execute it.
I'll just talk about what it's been like being out here and getting the spring practice rolling, how the vibes of the team look.
Yeah, no, the vibes are great. Every day out here is a blessing. So, with Coach Bruce running the defense now, it's been awesome. Everyone's been having fun, and so it's been great.
Yeah, I talked to Jake, asked him earlier about the off-season kind of bonding and what y'all do as a team. What were you and a lot of the defensive guys doing to kind of get closer together as you lead up to now this spring ball?
No, we definitely hung out a lot more outside of football, so thought that brought us a lot closer. And then just the workouts were insane, so that was awesome.
What kind of stuff y'all do? How was it crazy?
I mean, we did a 45-minute plank, so that was good. And then just the list, damn, my fucking. Oh no, sorry.
You're good.
No worries.
You got to think about 45-minute playing up.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know why I'm getting so worked out right now. Trying to think right now. No, I can't think. My bad, guys.
No, you're good.
You're good. No worries.
It's okay.
Talk a little bit about, I know you guys got a lot of returning experience with the front seven. I mean, is that going to be the strength of the defense this year?
Yeah, for sure. We got a lot of vets on the defensive side, so that'll be good. And then, just with spring ball, mixing in the young guys with the vets with the young guys, it just makes us grow that much more.
Do you feel like you're an old guy now?
Yeah, the body definitely feels it. So.
I know last season this team had a pretty strong defensive identity that I know you guys were really proud of. How do you continue that, especially, like you mentioned, kind of teaching some of these younger guys what it's all about?
It's just for us, I feel like we play so much better when we're having fun. And so it's just teaching the young guys, just have fun out there. Don't worry too much about screwing up, just have fun. So.
How do you make sure that you're getting better day by day? I know during the spring it's kind of like everybody's kind of getting the new playbook, getting everything down, but how do you yourself make sure you're getting better?
It's just seeing something on film that you did wrong. That next practice, you fixing it. It's just getting that 1% better every practice, and then the practices just stack on top of each other. So, yeah.